Hello, dear students. Today I am going to talk on new topic called Material Accounting for second year BCom Cost and Works Accounting Special Paper 1. Dear students, in this topic I am going to cover the store location and store layout. Generally speaking, material costs constitute a significant portion of the total cost of production in a manufacturing concern. Hence, proper care and absolute control is basically required for purchase of material and storage of material as well as issue of material in order to keep the material cost under the absolute control. Store department can play a significant role in controlling the material cost. The efficient working of the store department depends upon the location of the store department because it should be located as far as possible at a place which is near to the receiving department so that the transportation cost can be minimized. In material accounting, the problem of pricing the issue of material is more important because the pricing directly affects the amount of profit or loss for the accounting period. If the method chosen put higher value to the closing stock, it will ultimately result in higher profit, and lower valuation of closing stock will result in lower profits. Therefore, various methods of pricing the issue of material are used in material accounting. Now let's talk about the store location and store layout. The appropriate storage of material is very much essential for the effective production planning. In case of manufacturing concern, while setting up new factory workshop, the management has to plan very carefully a suitable location of stores and scientific layout of internal arrangement of the storeroom for smooth and quick internal supply of various types of material at a minimum possible cost with maximum efficiency. As far as meaning of store location is concerned, in a simple word, I can say location of store means a place where material is located. Alfred Weber, he has propounded the first systematic theory of location. As per Weber's deductive theory of location, Weber followed a purely deductive method in treatment of his theory of store's location. The theory is based on the study of general factors affecting the location. These factors pull an industry towards different geographical regions and they ultimately determine the fundamental framework of the industrial orientation. He has identified various factors affecting the location of an industries. Now let's try to understand what are those factors which are affecting the location of store of an industry. Number 1, regional factors, and number 2, agglomerating and deglomerating factors. Primary causes of regional distribution of industry are regional factors, and the secondary causes responsible for redistribution of industry is known as agglomerating and deglomerating factors. Now let's try to understand what are the regional factors. Weber has identified the two general regional factors. First is transportation cost and second factor is labor cost. Transportation costs are determined by the two elements. Number 1, weight to be transported and distance to be covered. An industry will first drawn to that size which has the most favorable transport relations with regard to source of material and market. As far as materials are concerned, Weber classified material into ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous are available everywhere. It means ubiquitous type of material is available at all sort of locations, for example bricks, clay, water. And there is another material called localized material, which are confined to certain regions. For example, iron, ore, wood, minerals. These are the materials which are available at only some specific locations. So Weber maintains that localized material exert greater influence on the location of industrial unit than the ubiquities. He has classified raw material into pure and weight losing. The former group includes like cotton, wool, while the latter group includes materials such as coal and other minerals or sugarcane, etc. The wet losing material exert greater force in attracting industry to their place of deposit. Iron steel industries, for instance, are located near the places where coal and iron are available. So, according to Weber, production industry tend to be attracted to the places of deposit where the material index is high. On the other hand, it tends to be centered in the place of consumption if material index is low. Now let's talk about the second factor, that is agglomerating and deglomerating factors. Agglomerating and deglomerative factors also cause deviation from the minimum transport cost point. Agglomerative refers to concentration of an industry at a particular site. Certain facility exists at such centers, yielding certain advantages and external economies. Deglomeration, on the other hand, implies tendency of decentralization. It occurs when industries are located away from industrial centers. Industry decentralization is caused by a rise in local taxes, land values, etc. due to concentration. Agglomerative and deglomerative factors obviously influence the industry location in the opposite direction. To select and fix up a place for the purpose of doing a work is known as location. The place of location of a store or godown should be selected keeping in mind the view, nature, value and size of material item, distance of different production departments, etc. Now let's move on to the next point, and that is factors of store location. Usually, factors to be considered while selecting the place of location for a store. So here the first factor is proximity to production department. If material can be bought up the gate of store's house by truck, then problem of distance has no importance. If material is less quantity is to be sent to the production department, then distance problem is thought of. Such problem can be alleviated if store located near the production department. Hence, location of the storehouse should be selected keeping in view the mixed element of distance and quantity of material. Second point is security and safety. Security and safety are the most important factors of location of store. While locating store's place, safety factors also be kept in mind. For example, petrol, gas, acid, salt, calcium, chloride and other chemical goods may be kept at separate safe places. Secondly, location place should be such that the fear of theft, misappropriation, demand caused to material due to moisture and humidity, etc. is reduced to the minimum. And third factor is nature and type of raw material. Nature of raw material also affect the store location. The raw material which is not affected by sunlight, temperature and moisture can be kept at separate and at open place, such as scrap, iron bars are to be used in building, etc. But medicines, cement, chemicals and paper, etc. require covered and safe place. The place of store should be such that material first received could be issued first so that old material may not lose its characteristics. Fourth point is concerned nature of business and product. While selecting the location, nature of product of a store, the study of industrial concern product nature should be also considered because it affects the location. That is, chemical production producing units. Location of such industries should be different than the other type of industrial concern. And the next point is coordination between the different activities. For achieving greater efficiency, it is necessary that store location should be such so that coordination between different activities of various departments could be established. Stores should be located at such a place where employees are commonly crossing that place. This will help them to discuss their problems with stores specialists whenever needed. As a result, their small problems resulting to their activities can be solved without much efforts and there will be improvement in their efficiency. For finished goods, situation of stores should be at a place where transportation, packing, sales facilities can be made available. And the last factor that we should take into account is strict control. Stores should be situated at a place that easy approach for every official is possible. It will make feasible to have a strict control. Whenever any official intend to check the items, can do so without loss of time. Because of moral check and fear of checking at any time, the employees will not waste much of their time. So this was all about the stores and location of store and the factors which are considered before selection of the location of stores. Thank you. If you have any of the doubt regarding this video, you can kindly chat or you can comment in the comment box. Thank you for your patience listening.